your music? I would love to talk about that and like what you're up to with that and how that's going for you.
Well, we're making music. We try to make music weekly, so we can feature it on Feature Friday every Friday,
The
I love
podcast.
on the
that.
podcast.
I love that.
Um, but it's difficult having so many things happen in the week.
Sure.
Sometimes we don't get to do it weekly, but we do record often, and we do it here in our living room,
Well,
putting towels in every window and every door,
100%,
and
man.
right,
Absolutely.
especially now during the whole pandemic, because you can't really go to a studio or anything,
Mhm.
you know.
yeah,
So it's the objective, like at the moment when it comes to music, I think especially for you, Ballet, it's
yeah,
like let's get back gigging, right? Let's keep
yes,
putting those reps in again, right? Because it's been like a year and
and
I
a
don't
few
know,
months,
a
yeah.
year, a few months without gigs and live stages and live performances. So I'd say at the moment, yeah, let's put reps in again, and let's get back in the studio often,
Mhm.
producing again, but hopefully a studio where we can actually get a bit clearer mixing and
Yeah.
some solid, you know what I mean, some solid equalization and stuff without and
Having
any.
to experiment on the go.
Yeah, but it's also been
But
very
that's putting
cool.
reps in too, though. That I think that's putting
Absolutely.
reps in too.
But I think maybe this year towards the end, because we've been really blessed this last year where we've been able to speak to a lot of artists and people who have a name, and it's very very interesting to see their journey and hearing their journey and their writing process and their tips. Sometimes we also have private conversations where how are we gonna take our music to the next level and where the next step is.
Mhm.
So it's been very interesting year to kind of like let's keep training, let's get in the gym, but let's also go to the library, let's also keep reading, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let's keep listening, let's keep
Yeah.
listening to advice, and then probably in the summer, hopefully by the end of this year, maybe we'll even consider dropping our first EP. um uh
Maybe.
Maybe we'll look into that, because the podcast is it's in a I mean, very it's an amazing place, and it's unbelievable to me that's even a thing.
Mm.
So props to everyone that even tunes in or watches it and hears it. So it's in a very peculiar place, and it's all new to us. So I think this year has been super focused on the podcast, and it's kind of driven it a tiny bit away from the music, but we're still in the gym, I
Mhm.
guess, putting in work with the music. But it would be awesome to have a finished EP
Mm.
by the end of the year, and having it as kind of like our debut EP
Yeah, that
Yeah.
uh,
would be awesome. I would
after
love that.
after having such a long break
Mm.
from music in
Mhm.
since we were kids, so and doing it independently, which should be fun.
Absolutely, man. I couldn't agree more. I mean, I love making music, so I totally relate to what you're saying. There's such an amazing thing about that. So definitely keep me posted. I want to hear if you guys are making something. I'd love to hear it.
But we
Um,
have
Definitely.
we have I don't know if you've heard it, but we have quite a decent range of songs on the channel. So
They're on a
but you
playlist
don't
called
but you
Feature
don't
Friday
consider
Song.
them as EPs, like, or official releases, or just singles
No, no, no.
essentially.
they're just singles,
Yeah, they're just
Yeah. Okay.
music we
Okay.
music
put
that
out
goes
Yeah.
out.
every week.
Yeah.
Yeah.